The Apple mouse. Some love it, a lot of people hate it. Me personally, I don't mind it, but after having used it for a few years, I thought it was time to switch it up and just try something new. And that is where the MX Anywhere 3S comes in. This is a small compact mouse made by Logitech that I have come to love over the past, say, 3 to 4 months. Between the size, feel, and customization options, I really think this is one of the best mice you can get for your Mac. So in this video, I just want to share some of my thoughts, opinions, and why some of you should consider this little beast of a mouse. Now, this mouse comes in a few different colors. You have graphite, rose, gray, and black. Now, pretty much all of my mice up until this point have been white, just because I kind of like that and it goes well with like what I have on my desk. But unfortunately, if you like put it in your bag, take it with you places, they can get dirty pretty easily. So this time I decided to go with a darker color, and so I settled on black. The only issue now is that you can definitely see fingerprints if you use it for a while, so I would maybe go with a graphite or a rose if that's something that's gonna bother you. Alright, now this mouse comes with 6 buttons. You have your right and left click, you have your middle or scroll wheel click, you have another button just below the scroll wheel, and you have your back and forward buttons on the side of the mouse. This mouse also comes with a 500 milliamp hour battery that is quoted to last up to 70 days on a single charge. In terms of weight, it comes in at around 99 grams, which is actually very similar to the Apple mouse. So it isn't light by any means, but it definitely makes up for it by being much more ergonomic than the Apple mouse. The sensor used here is an 8K DPI optical sensor, which you can adjust to your liking. And the scroll wheel, which is probably my favorite part of this mouse, is really nice. It's made of metal and it can adjust between that ratchet and that freeze scrolling mode, which is really nice. And finally, you can optimize your workflow by customizing the buttons and having app-specific customizations just to help you with your workflow and get the most out of the apps you're using. Now, I did just want to say that I did kind of make a small mistake when I bought this mouse. I meant to buy the MX Anywhere 3S for Mac specifically, and I just got the regular MX Anywhere just 3S. The main difference between the two is that the MX Anywhere 3S for Mac kind of gives you a little bit more functionality and some more Mac OS specific customizations. It also comes with a USB-C to USB-C charger instead of a USB-C to USB-A. And you also get a couple of different color options. So with the MX Anywhere 3S for Mac, you get a space gray option and a pale gray option. But honestly, even despite ordering the wrong one, I've really enjoyed this mouse. It's been really good so far. Now, specs are cool, but I'm sure you guys are wondering, what was my experience overall like, and would I even recommend it? Now, my experience with this mouse, if I'm being honest, has probably been the best of any mouse I've tried up until this point. Now, of course, there are other mice that I want to try, like the MX Master 3S, but I was really looking for a smaller, compact mouse that I could take with me places, and the MX Anywhere 3S has really kind of fit the bill of everything that I was looking for in a mouse. Now, one of the things that I've just really loved about this mouse is the build quality. The rubber grip on the sides, the metal scroll wheel that you can adjust between a ratchet mode and just have it be freely scrolling, and just the overall feel. It's ergonomic, it's nice, and it feels leaps and bounds better than the Keychron M3 Mini that I reviewed a couple months ago. Now, of course, this mouse is $90, so you would kind of expect that build quality to be there, but after trying other mice, I just do think it's something worth mentioning that, you know, it is there and you are kind of getting your money's worth in that department. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but the clicks on this mouse are actually really quiet, and I really like that, especially since I sometimes take this with me to public places and I'm just not trying to sit there, you know, clicking really loud on my mouse. Also, I did just want to mention that I love the kind of Logitech app that you can use to customize the mouse. It's easy to set up, the user interface is pretty intuitive, and it gives you a wide range of customization options regardless of what your workflow might be. And the fact that you can set different customization options for different apps, that is super dope. I love that feature. Now, for the most important question, would I recommend this mouse? 100% I would. Now, obviously this mouse is a little bit more expensive. It's like 90 bucks, so it's not cheap by any means, but I do think you get your money's worth. Now, the only kind of downside and maybe the one thing to consider if you're thinking about getting this mouse is that because it's smaller and more compact, depending on your hand size, it may not feel the most comfortable and the most ergonomic. But if you're okay with the smaller size, I think this is a great mouse, especially if it's one you want to take with you to different places. Now, with all of that being said, if you guys have any thoughts or questions, let me know down below. Have a fantastic day, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.